marketing has been falling a little flat and you're not getting the visibility or the sales that you want, you're likely missing one of these foundations for how to market your business. Once you get clarity on who your target audience is, as well as what your main offer is going to be to try to help that person, you can craft effective branding and positioning. Let me tell you, as a brand designer, this is a step that so many people skip, especially in the beginning of their business. But DIY branding will only get you so far, and at some point in your business, you're going to need professional branding that integrates the strategy and professional aesthetics. You also need to figure out where your people are hanging out. Maybe that's on social media, maybe that's in their email, maybe that's down the street at your local networking event. You can figure this out by getting onto those platforms, doing some testing, asking other people what the vibe is. Once you find the place where you want to start to put yourself out there, you want to start to learn the format as well as the best practices for that space. For example, some social media may prefer vertical video or horizontal video. Now the one that no one wants to hear but is probably the most important on this list: consistency. One suggestion that I always make to clients is asking yourself, what is the minimum commitment? So what is the minimum amount of times that you can commit to showing up in that space every single week? Of course, you can always build up to more, but in the beginning, you want to focus on hitting that bare minimum. Next is building your strategy around how you want to cultivate community. Maybe this means putting a time block into your calendar where every Thursday at 5 p.m. you sit down and you respond to all the comments. Or maybe making it a weekly goal to do 2 video replies each week. These are all things that will help your community feel closer to you. I also want you to start making offers. You are a business and you need to sell your stuff, but that doesn't mean that you have to be overly salesy about it. You can mention your clients' stories or testimonials, but don't sleep on this component. Lastly, you've got to optimize your purchase flow. This means taking a look at how many steps there are from somebody seeing your product or service to actually purchasing or booking with you, and reducing that number of steps if you can. The easier that you make it to buy, the higher conversion that you're going to see.